Good morning, gentlewomen and gentle ladies. How are you doing? Hope you're doing fantastic. I am smiling because today is going to be a good day. Stay tuned for the vlog. Yes, you can see I am in dire need of a haircut. Thank you, lockdown. The kettle is noiling. It's boiling. Gonna make a cup of tea and I'm gonna relax and then I'm off to work. Fun times. Great. Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have a technique. I am a well-renowned tea maker. I'm known for my tea making. So I want to talk you through what I do. So when you put in the sugar first, tea bag first, then the sugar, and then what you're going to do is when you fill up the water, you get your tea bag and you're going to squeeze. You're going to let it sit for about 40 seconds and then you want to squeeze, okay? Now, you ideally need a small spoon for this so you can really squeeze. But you're going to basically squeeze the living shit out of the tea bag. And then you're going to put it back in the water and mix it. And then you're going to get it again and you're going to repeat the process of squeezing as hard as you can. And you're going to do that 3 times. And that's literally the secret to making perfect tea. PJ Tips puts the talk into tea. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. In all seriousness, did my mom think I'm gonna walk around with that on my neck? Woo! No hands. Woo! Okay, so guys, I'm off to work. I am looking kind of nifty. Got the laptop bag, the jeans. I'm going all out today. So even got my cowboy belt buckle. So yeah, guys, off to work we go. See you afterwards. Hello everyone. My God. Change of events. I had to walk home from work in a matter of urgency because a friend of mine that we're sharing a project with is at work and forgot to do his bit, so I have to go home and do it for him because it's due in an hour, so that's always fun. I am out of breath. I literally had to speed walk home and it was like a 40-minute walk. Not fun. But yeah, that's a job well done, I must say so myself. That's been done, out of the way. I've submitted it. Thankfully, I got home in time. It was only a quick job, but yeah. So now I'm going back to work, but I'm going to take 15 minutes to do some guitar. Why not? Are you up there? I'm a country. No, from Limerick. Oh, let's do murder. Hey, oh, let's do murder. Hey, oh. Hey guys. Oh lads, I was meant to sit down and practice guitar, but I got ahead of myself and I plugged in my mic and I've literally been taking the mick for the last half an hour and I have done nothing. But yeah, I am such a procrastinator. It's unbelievable. Don't do it, kid. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Why did the monkey fall off the tree? Because it was dead. Why couldn't Michael Jackson play chess? He couldn't decide if he was black or white. Why did the second monkey fall off the tree? It was taught to the first monkey. I need to get a life. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying this neck yoke I showed you, and it's going to be very shaky, and it's so uncomfortable. I don't like it. But I'm going to attempt to see. I can't see what I'm doing now. I don't know if I'm... Okay, I think that's right. I'm looking through my phone to see if I'm doing this. I'm going to attempt to make a blind rolly here. I cannot see what I'm doing. All I can see right now is my phone in my face. So I'm looking through that phone. I think that's right. Where's my finger going? There. And I'm going to spread it out like so. That looks all right. I like to spread it. Then I'm going to close it up. Oh, I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. And I'm going to roll. Important, you don't roll the backy, you roll the paper. Like that. Evenly roll it out. I'm make a mess of this. Cannot see what I'm doing. I'm just looking through my phone. Think I'm basically going off feel here. So when it's good, you're gonna get the paper and you're gonna roll down and tuck. And roll up. To make a nice, tight rolly. I cannot see what that is. Okay, and then I lick. And we roll her up. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Add that to the collection and have my cup of tea. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Now, as you know, at the end of each vlog, I gotta do a story time, don't I? But the question is, what story shall I share with you today? I actually haven't thought about it, so I'm going to think about it on the spot. What good stories do I have to share with you? I got a story, ladies and gentlemen. This story is going to be about my last day in school. So, when I was in 5th year, I left the school I was originally in and I moved up to a boarding school in Kildare. Awesome school, loved it, Clongowes. Clongowes Wood College, just incredible school. So I was there for a year and a half. Basically a year, because it was February of 6th year. Now, I had suffered with my back for 2 years, right? I had a slipped disc, but I had been originally getting epidurals, what apparently pregnant women get. But I had been getting epidurals injected into my back to help me cope with the pain that I was getting, because my disc was out of place, but it was pressing off my nerve, which was running down my whole leg. So I couldn't move my leg or whatever, and the pain was just horrible. I would get spasms. There was times where I was literally on the ground screaming. Pain was just, I wouldn't wish it on anybody. But basically, I was in school. It was a Saturday. We had classes on Saturday in the morning. So I was in business class, and my back had been fairly bad that week. It had been a lot worse than it usually had been. So I was in class, and I had to leave that class during the week to go up to my room and rest because of my back. But it was on Saturday, and I got a spasm, but I mean, this was a bad spasm. And I literally screamed in the middle of the class, and I was basically paralyzed. I could not move. I could not move my leg. The way I was sitting like this, right, and I could not move. If I tried to move an inch, the pain I got was just extraordinary. I was literally paralyzed on the seat. So I was I put up my hand and I was like, "Miss, I gotta go. I have to go to the nurse. This is bad." So two guys had to I had to use two guys as a crutch because I could not move my leg. I couldn't move my body. I literally, if I moved in any way, shape or form, I got tremendous pain. So anyway, it literally took me about half an hour to get to the nurse. That's how slow I had to go with the two guys, because I had to be so careful with the movements I made. And I went to the nurse, And I was in there for like 2 hours. I fell asleep. I rested. I got some relief while I was asleep, thankfully. They gave me painkillers, whatnot. And they rang my parents and said, look, I have to go to the hospital and ask them to meet me there. So my parents had to do the 2-hour drive from here in Limerick all the way up to Kildare. And gap year students brought me to the hospital, right? So I went to the hospital expecting to be back at school after they gave me an epidural, whatnot. But, sorry, my parents hadn't been called at this stage. So I went to the hospital with the gap years, and the nurse checked me out, and she said from the way I was in that I had to go home for a week and rest. She said no way could I go back to school with the state I was in. I was bad. So my parents came up, I waited, they eventually got here, and I went home. I had to lie down in the 3 back seats, and I got home. They had to literally carry me in to my bed, and I spent a week there. And as the week progressed, it got worse and worse and worse, to the point where I had a session with my pain specialist booked. He was going to check me out and see why it was getting worse. And my dad literally had to dress me, and I was screaming. This morning was the worst it had ever been. I was literally bawling my eyes out in pain. I was crying for like 30 minutes straight. I was bawling my eyes. The pain was excruciating. So my dad carried me into my pain specialist, and the minute he saw me, he said something wasn't right. He just said, there's no way I can go through this anymore. His heart broke looking at me, the amount of pain I was in. So he said, look, I have to get surgery. And because of how critical my back was and how bad it was, I got surgery within the week. And it kind of messed a lot of things up. I was meant to go to Canada in 3 weeks time from this. So a week came and I went to get my surgery, and they done an MRI first just to see how bad it was, and my disc had came out double than what it was out. So my disc was even further out than what it had originally been. So that's why my pain had gotten so bad. So I was getting booked in for the surgery. I was in hospital. I had my own little private room. It was lovely. Food was great, and so were the nurses, you know. But yeah, I got my date for the surgery. I was up there. They told me I would be on bed rest, couldn't travel, nothing for at least a month. So there was Canada out the window. So I got my surgery. I woke up after the surgery in so much pain, it was unbearable. I was in the hospital for about 5 days, I'd say. While they let me rest, they helped me get back on my feet. I had a physiotherapist who would help me walk. He was giving me stretches to do. He'd walk me around the campus of the hospital, letting me get used to walking again, because I'd been on crutches for so long prior to this. And yeah, so I went home and I was on bed rest for like a month and a half. And then this whole COVID thing happened and schools closed. So little did I know that Saturday, when I was just going to the nurse to check on my back, was going to be the last day I ever went to school. That was it. I was done school. I never went back. Leaving Cert got cancelled. Thank God, because I had not studied. I was in bed for the whole month. I'd missed so much of school. But yeah, that was how I finished school, and here I am in college. For those of you wondering, I'm studying automation and robotics, and it is a great course. I love it. Guys, I've been Cian. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I know I was very hyper in some of it, but it is what it is. I'm a giggly bitch. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next vlog. Do like and subscribe.